Minecraft single player to me has always seemed so lonely. I remember playing Minecraft for the first time during alpha. I was really young, and this was my first computer game I've ever had. I still remember that night like it was yesterday. Dark in my room, playing Minecraft for hours. But while playing, I felt a sense of fear constantly. Call it the darkness from my room, or my age at the time. But this is a fear I've never felt ever in my life. The game always gave me this feeling while playing, and I never understood why. I recently picked up Minecraft again for the first time, and it's clearly not the same game it was back in the day. It's a completely different game now, and since Notch sold Minecraft to Microsoft in 2014, the game has seen so many changes it's almost unrecognizable to the original. And now, Minecraft doesn't seem to have that feeling it did back when I played it. And that's what made me want to make this video. I wanted to know what made Minecraft back in the 2010s feel so terrifying. I bet if you clicked on this video, you've played Minecraft or at least have known someone who has. And if you're really into the game, you're probably aware of the numerous creepypastas on the game. I mean, even looking up on YouTube Minecraft icebergs, you can see the numerous videos spanning across the platform explaining Minecraft's creepypastas. But why Minecraft? The game itself isn't mysterious and it doesn't have a canonical storyline to it. So how is it that these theories have been made about a seemingly innocent sandbox game? Well, maybe Minecraft isn't so innocent after all. And that's why in this video, we're going to talk about what makes Minecraft seem so terrifying. Back in the early days of Minecraft, the game was much simpler. There were only a limited number of blocks, structures, and weapons. You were all by yourself, surrounded by endless, dimly lit lands, and you can't see much due to the immense fog limiting your vision, and there was no grand storyline to follow, just you and your pixelated surroundings. It was like being lost in a world where you didn't quite know what was going on. As you played, you would eventually punch down a tree, make tools, build your first home, mine for minerals, and so on. There's always this feeling of loneliness. So why does Minecraft feel so lonely? Why does it feel so eerie? The answer is in how the game is designed. Game graphics itself play a very crucial role in setting an atmosphere for horror games. Not saying that Minecraft's old graphics were necessarily scary, but when they were combined with the gloomy lighting and fog, it can give off a very unsettling vibe. Another critical element is sound design, and Minecraft makes some very unusual choices in this regard. In Minecraft Alpha version 1.0.3, Mojang added 13 cave ambient sounds. If I told you to list off cave noises, what would you say? I'm guessing maybe bat noises, dripping water, maybe even falling pebbles? Well, Minecraft cave noises sound a bit different. These sounds are a very strange choice for a pixelated sandbox game, with some of these audios sounding nothing like a cave noise. What's even more unsettling is that the cave noises have a mood detection algorithm that is based on being underground and being in low light levels. This isn't the only time we'll see this. In the release of Minecraft's Alpha 1.0.14, we would see the introduction of the jukebox, along with two music discs, that being Cat and Music Disc 13. Cat being a very upbeat song, while Music Disc 13 was something completely different. In the release era of Minecraft Beta, the game introduced 9 music discs, with all of them being regular songs other than just one, that being disc 11. This disc wasn't a music track, and it stands out as the only disc to this date with a broken appearance. And what makes this different from disc 13 is rather than just random sounds, this disc follows more of a story. From what I gather from this disc, the protagonist is in a cave, coughing as he uses flint and steel for light. He checks his book before suddenly seeing something and running, and then the audio cuts out. This leaves me with another question. Why would Mojang even add these sounds? For a game that's supposed to have no storyline, these discs don't make sense unless they were added to evoke a sense of horror. But the unsettling atmosphere in Minecraft isn't just limited to sound. The visuals play an equally important role crafting this eerie feeling. As I mentioned earlier, the game was so old that most users had to play on low render distances, causing a thick fog to appear in the world. This fog limits your vision and gives the game an unsettling, almost horror-like atmosphere. The reason this fog gives off such an unsettling vibe is the uncertainty of threat. I touched on this concept in my liminal space video, where I discussed how certain environments can evoke a deep sense of unease. And this idea applies here as well. When your vision is obscured and the landscape is shrouded in fog, you can't see far into the distance, leaving you unsure of what dangers may be lurking just out of sight. This lack of visibility creates a constant tension, as you'll never be certain whether you're safe or if something's waiting to ambush you. This concept of not knowing if you're safe or not is the exact polar opposite of the Nether. The Nether in Minecraft is a place where the game's atmosphere shifts from eerie to outright terrifying. From the moment you step through the portal, you're transported to a dimension that feels hostile in every sense of the word. The very air seems thick with danger, and the landscape is a far cry from the more vibrant overworld. The first thing that strikes you about the Nether is its hellish appearance. The landscape is dominated by dark netherrack, pools of molten lava, and vast stretches of lifeless terrain. The sky is deep, unsettling red, casting everything in an ominous glow. The very design of the Nether is meant to make you feel uncomfortable, as you descended to a place where the normal rules of Minecraft no longer apply. Unlike the overworld, where danger can be hidden in uncertain regions, the Nether makes its hostility clear from the start. Every corner of this dimension is designed to kill you. The mobs are more aggressive and dangerous. Even the environment itself is out to get you, with vast lakes of lava and treacherous cliffs that can spell instant death if you're not careful. There's really no safe place in the Nether. The sound design in the Nether plays a crucial role in building its terrifying atmosphere. The ambient noises are unsettling, with distant echoes, cries of ghast, and the constant crackling of fire. The occasional haunting music that plays only adds to this feeling, as if you're trapped in a place where you don't belong. The soundscape is designed to keep you on edge, making you hyper aware of your surroundings as you navigate the Nether. Even with all these dangers, there's something about the uncertainty of the overworld that can feel just as terrifying. The Nether's threats are visible and immediate, but in the overworld, the danger is often hidden, lurking just out of sight. This uncertainty amplifies the sense of vulnerability, making every shadow and distant sound feel like a potential threat. The combination of eerie audio cues and the visual limitation of the fog creates an atmosphere where the unknown is ever present. This lack of clarity forces you to be more cautious and heightens your sense of paranoia, as the fog can be hiding anything from a harmless animal to a dangerous enemy, or even something more terrifying. In alpha version 1.0.14, a bug was discovered by the Minecraft wiki. This bug would show white outlines on blocks, almost looking like white dots. When the YouTube user Kerchak uploaded a video of Disc 13 that I mentioned earlier, the video was just a dark screenshot of a cave with the music playing over it. That's what most people thought, but looking at the screenshot longer, the picture wasn't all black. In the left corner, almost out of screen, you can see two white dots. The Minecraft wiki went crazy, arguing whether the white dots on the screenshot was the bug I just mentioned, or if it was something more. As the debates raged on, some players started referring to this mysterious figure as White Eyes. This speculation continued to build until it reached a tipping point with the infamous post that would forever change the Minecraft community. This post, which quickly became legendary, described a player's encounter with a strange figure deep within the game's fog, an entity that looked exactly like the player's character but with the haunting white eyes. The player recounted how this figure seemed to stalk them from a distance, vanishing whenever they tried to get close. The story spread like wildfire, and soon enough this ghostly figure was given a name: Herobrine. The legend of Herobrine took on an even more sinister tone when rumors began to circulate that he was the ghost of Notch's dead brother, a figure somehow embedded into the game's code. Although this was completely fabricated, the story added a chilling backstory that made the thought of encountering Herobrine even more terrifying. Herobrine was essentially a corrupted version of the player's character, Steve, but with one chilling difference. His eyes were completely white, devoid of pupils, giving him an eerie, ghost-like presence. This uncanny resemblance made Herobrine unsettling because it was as if the player was seeing a twisted, soulless version of himself in the game. Herobrine was frightening largely because of the mystery that surrounded him. Unlike the game's known mobs, which had clear behaviors and patterns, Herobrine was a complete unknown. He was said to appear in games without any clear purpose or explanation, leaving players to wonder what he was and what he wanted. Stories about Herobrine often described him as a malevolent entity that would stalk players, watching them from afar before vanishing without a trace. He was said to build strange, inexplicable structures or create small, unsettling changes in the players' worlds, like tunnels, pyramids, or leafless trees. These subtle changes would play on the players' paranoia, making them question whether they were truly alone in their single-player worlds. The idea that something or someone was quietly observing or manipulating the world behind the scenes was deeply unnerving. Mojang also played a significant role in fueling this fear of Herobrine by consistently denying his existence while also teasing the community in patch notes, where they would jokingly include "removed Herobrine," which only served to keep the legend alive. At its core, the fear of Herobrine taps into the universal fear of the fear of being watched. The idea that something is observing you, tracking your movements, and subtly altering your environment is deeply unsettling. This is especially true in the context of Minecraft, where players often play alone, immersed in a world of their own creation. The thought that Herobrine could be out there, watching and waiting, turned Minecraft from a simple sandbox game into something far more sinister. Looking at everything we talked about, it's clear that nostalgia plays a significant role in how we remember Minecraft's early days. The game's simplicity, combined with its eerie sound design, limited visibility, and liminal landscapes, created an atmosphere for our imaginations to fill in the blanks. Over time, players projected their fears and stories onto this canvas, giving birth to legends like Herobrine and turning ordinary game mechanics into something more than it really was. But it's not just the game itself that fuels this fear, it's the community. The stories we tell, and the myths we create. Whether it's a mysterious figure lurking in the fog, or unsettling cave sounds, these elements remind us that in Minecraft, the scariest things aren't the mobs or the dark caves, but the unknowns that we can't quite see or explain.